Hi everyone, this is Melvin from Automotive Diagnostics Pro Plus. Now we have this 2002 or 2007. This is a power stroke diesel 7.3 liters. This is a F350 two-wheel drive, and we have a problem right here. We have a cranking but no starting issue. So what can I do with my power strokes 7.3 liters only to crank but there is no starting? This is the first thing to do. While you crank, you have to take a look to the RPMs. If the gauge on the RPMs go up just a little bit, that means you have a RPM signal from the cam position sensor. If you don't see any RPM signal, I recommend you to get a scanner, connect to the OBD2 port, and then select Leave Data. While you cranking the engine, you have to take a look to the RPMs. If the RPMs going up a little bit, around 100, 140, 170, the normal in idle, the RPM is around 700 RPMs. But if you are cranking, you have around 100 RPMs on your scanner. That means you have enough RPM. That means you have RPM signal from the cam position sensor. So this is not problem with the cam position sensor. This is if you don't see any RPM signal on the RPM, the cluster, With the scanner, you have to make sure that if there is some RPMs. You have some RPMs, you have to go to the next step. But if you don't have RPMs on your scanner, if you don't have RPM signal, nothing, 0 RPMs, that means probably you have a problem with the cam position sensor. So you have to replace the cam position sensor. But if you have at least around 100 RPMs, what do you have to do? As you can see, this is a Super Duty 350. So you have to connect your scanner and see if there is code. Sometimes there is no code, even if the cam position sensor is bad, But sometimes you have code, sometimes no. But if you don't have an RPM signal on your scanner, you have to replace the cam position sensor, right? But before replace the cam position sensor, you have to connect your tester and see you have power and ground to the corners and the center connector, on the connector on the center wire, you are supposed to have a 5 volts, 4.9 to 5 volts. That one is a signal from the ECM. So you have to have a power, ground, or vice versa, I'm not sure. But you have to have power and ground the corners, and the wire, the wire harness. In the center, you have to have 5 volts. So you have that one. If you don't have RPM signal, you have to replace the cam position sensor. Please put original from the dealer. This is the RPM, the cam position sensor number, part number. Please get it from the dealer. Sometimes this will help you and solve your problem. But you have to put original, Don't lay space to think about any other problem. Please put original. It's cheap, less than $50, $30-something, from the dealer. So I recommend you get original. But if you have RPMs, the next I can do is check for another cause. So ignition switch on. All right. Read codes. Okay. Big one here. Let me see how I have some code right here. While we wait, let me get my tester to check one important thing right here. I get this power scan 100. This one is a good tester, you know. Okay. I have my power stand right here with me. I have connect this to the battery. Positive and negative. Okay. Okay. As you can see, we have the P1662. This can be a very big problem because the injector drive module can be damaged. That one is under the fender from left. Under the, you have to remove the splasher. Inside, under the fender, there is the module for the injector driver. So they say, injector driver module. But before think there is a problem with the module, you have to look for your relay. One relay control the injector driver module. The relay number is 303 on your fuse box. You have to look for the number 303. That relay is for your driver module. In this car, it has the fuses right here on the driver side. Okay. Right here, as you can see, this one is 303. All this area, So I will remove the cover. So the 303 is this one, the relay for the injector module. All right. But let me show you what do I have while cranking. I don't see any RPM here, but yes, I have RPMs in my scanner because I replay the cam position sensor. But take a look what I do. All right. So cranking, no starting. Take a look also to the oil pressure, motor oil pressure, left up. Okay, I have enough oil pressure, but it's not possible to fire the engine. So when you come here, you have to see before you think there is a problem with the control module for the fuel injector, the injector driver module. Please make sure there is no problem with your relay. The first thing, it get another relay like this, and switch it. Example, I remove this one from here. This one also going to fit, right? So I switch the relay to this, and this one has to go back to this other one. So if with the new relay here or the switch relay, here, they have the same issue, you have to make sure if there is a power. If there is no power, you have to see which fuse send power to the relay. So remove the relay with the tester. Take a look if there is some power. Okay, power, right? And right here, connected to the control module. So it's not ground. It's the ground comes from the control module. So that means this wire, you know, this one go all the way to the module. You have a ground signal. But it's not, you know, but right here you have to have power. Okay. After this, you have to see which one is positive and which one is negative. All right. Let me put my ignition switch to the on position. Okay. Let me use a plug. And let me connect this end to my tester. And then I can use this one to put all the way into the relay. You can hear the noise. Are you looking for power? So this is the power, right? Okay, but this is the power supply from the battery. But which one comes from the fuse or from the ignition switch? Is this one? No, I can't hear anything. Let me check here. Oh yes, this one is power from the ignition switch. All right, ignition switch off. Okay, on. Now it's positive, right? Okay. So there is positive. Suppose right here, I am supposed to have a negative to turn the relay on, right? If I positive here, right here negative, right? But I don't see any negative signal right here. So what can I do? If there is no negative, I can connect this wire to the negative with the relay in place and see if this one is going to work. All right. The ignition switch is on, so let me connect this one to the ground. I hear a click. So let me connect this one to ground. All right. Remove the switch. Switch off. Switch on. So the ground on this relay is missing. What happened? Why I don't have a ground right here? Why I don't have ground? So when I come in here, you can see there is a cut wire. The animal was here last night and they eat these wires. As you can see, I have right here this piece of wire, right? White and black. This is a connection to ground. So, in my opinion, this is the problem on this car. So what can I do? This one is the other end, right? Let me put a wire jumper from this to there. You see if this can fix the issue. Right here, and this other end. So I jump, the wire, this one and this one. I connect with this jumper wire. So now let me see if the ground, I have ground right here. With my tester. Now I have ground. So now I have ground in this end right there. Right? So let me crank the engine and see what do I have now. Woohoo! Yes, sir. This one was my problem. The first thing, the can. Just make sure if there is a new can, good signal from the RPMs, you have to the next step. But yes, these two coils was my coils. P0380 glow plug relay. So I replaced the relay. You can see in my other video how to fix this coil P0380, and this P1662, the injector driver model, this one right here. Now let me clear the coil. You see if this coil can go away. Okay, let me go back. Turn the engine off. Just leave the key on. Let me clear this coil and see if this coil go away with this small jump. System pass, no fault coils. Even if I don't clear the coil, now the computer says there is no more coils. So the two coils, in this case, the second coil, the P1662 injector driver mode, just go away because was a eating wire. Alright? So I am happy with this solution. Yes! Powerful 7.3 liter diesel power stroke. All right. So what else can I say? I just to come in here, and fix all the issues over there. All right. Thank you for watching Pintos Automotive Diagnostic Pro videos. Have a nice day. Bye bye.